Hello, Kirsti Patterson here from Forever Body Yoga. Today we're going to be doing a flow to find some length as well as some strength through our hips. So if you are quite short in the hamstrings, tight in the hamstrings, you might want some yoga bricks to help you get that depth while also having the strength in the spine. So they're going to be really handy, and if you don't have a yoga brick, you could use anything that gives you a little bit of height. It might even be a cushion, some books or some tins. See what's around that you can use for our flow today while having strength. So let's get to it. So we're going to be starting at the top of the mat, thinking about neutral pelvis. So if you were to take a little rock from side to side, thinking about even weight on both sides of the body. Check that you're not tipping forward in that anterior tilt or posterior tilt. You want to think about even pressure on both. So you could have one hand on the front of the pelvis, one hand on the sacrum. Almost imagine like you're squeezing that together to get a little bit more length in that spine and activation around our core, being everything from our hips to our shoulders. Check that chin's drawn back and the skull is in line with the sacrum, the scapula and the sacrum. That neutral pelvis, neutral spine. We're going to take a big breath in here. The arms will come up. Hands come to heart center. Keeping everything neutral, we're going to push that seat back, coming into our chair pose. So check what's happening in those knees. We want those knees to stay in line with the second to third toe, not letting those roll in. Pushing back with that seat. And then see here, can you shift your weight onto your toes and lift those heels off the mat? A little bit more extra effort, and see if you can lower down that little bit more. Checking those knees aren't coming in front of the toes. From here, we're going to rise up, pressing the heel of the hands in together to open that chest up, keeping the heels off the mat if you can. They can always come down. Then from here, we're going to lower down one more time with those heels up. A little bit of extra challenge. If it doesn't work, bring the heels down. Take whatever's right for you. Coming down as far as you can. Thinking about length in the spine though. That's the key thing. Safe knees. If you need some support to come into a forward fold, grab your bricks. Otherwise, bring the hands to the floor. Long spine, bend those knees. We're going to step back with our right foot into our runner's lunge. So we want a long spine, thinking about that sacrum scapula skull connection. Breathing in here, breathing out. And then we're going to rock backwards and forwards here. Opening up, lengthening, finding space in the back of those legs. From here, we're going to bring that right shin down. We're going to come into our side plank variation. So check that right wrist is underneath the right shoulder. Dragging that left foot back. We're going to start doing a little bit of strengthening in those hips. See if you can bring the left hand onto the right shoulder joint. Maybe it can come onto the left shoulder joint, maybe all the way up to the sky. And from here, imagine that you're drawing those sit bones together. Helps to wake up those hamstrings, get the support from there. See if you can tap that left foot. Maybe bring that left leg up. You might be able to get some more opening here through the front of the hips by bringing that left foot towards the seat. Maybe the hand comes towards it. So we're getting some space in the shoulders here at the same time, a little added bonus. Taking a few of those. If this isn't right for your body today, stick with one of the levels that works for you, either toe tapping or pulsing that left leg. Left foot down, left hand down, stepping back into your plank, knees down, lower down. Pull back into your cobra, lift to your downward dog, bending those knees, stepping the feet in, getting that pelvis as high as you can, thinking about length in the spine. Big breath in, big breath out. From here, we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Heels can come down, chest is against the thighs. We've got flexion at the knees, at the ankles and at the hips, so we've got that opening and that release. Bring the hands into a fist, thumbs coming to the hairline, and then release that head into those thumbs, opening up as well as some strengthening here. Trying to find how we can get both at all times. Take those hands away, lengthen that spine again, and rise all the way up with your long spine. Finding that neutral pelvis, neutral spine again, we're going to walk to the top of the mat. I like to call that my royal walk. From here, we'll take that on the other side. So take that big breath in, the arms come up, hands come to heart center, pushing into the heel of the hands to help wake that center up. We're going to push back in that seat. Keep that spine long. So if you feel that the center's falling out, so kind of like the guts hanging out, you might want to tuck that tailbone a little bit to get that neutral spine, if you felt that in your body. From here, we're going to lift those heels. Lower that seat if you can. Keep pushing into the heel of the hands. From here, rise up with those heels up if you can. Like a slow jack in the box. From here, we're going to lower back down again. Try to keep those heels up if you can. And again, you might want bricks under the hands here because we're going to come into our fold. Hands down, long spine. Bending the knees as much as needed. Big breath in. Big breath out. We're going to step the left foot back this time, coming to our runner's lunge. Find that connection here in that center so that our weight isn't entirely hanging out. We're still rising up through the center, holding our body. Then we're going to rock backwards and come forwards again. Backwards and forwards. Back again. When we come forward, we're going to bring that left shin down. That leg is running up and down the mat if possible. Dragging that right foot back, we're coming into our side plank variation. The hand, that wrist is underneath the shoulder on the left side. See if the right hand can come onto the left shoulder joint. Maybe it hangs out on the right shoulder joint. Maybe it comes up to the sky. See if you can toe tap that right foot. Maybe the right leg can come up and you can pulse that. Maybe, if that feels stable for your body, you could bring the right foot towards the seat. Maybe that right hand comes down towards the foot. They don't have to meet. It's about patterns, creating those. Keep repeating whichever option feels right for your body. So we're strengthening and opening at the same time here. We're getting a little bit of a release for those shoulders. Big joints there. We want to keep those mobile, keep those moving. Right hand down, right foot down. We'll step into our plank. Knees down, lower down, pull back into your cobra. Lift to your downward dog. Stepping those feet in, bending those knees, thinking about length in the spine, height in the pelvis. Nice work here. Finding that space, breathing into the back of the ribs. We're going to walk the hands back towards those feet, bringing those heels down if you can. Chest against the thighs. Hands come into a fist, thumbs against the hairline. And then let that head release, letting the neck release. We've got that triple flexion again, which can become challenging in the body, so keep it going. Breathing in here. Breathing out here. Then we're going to take those hands away, let them come down beside us as we lengthen that spine. Then we're going to extend those legs while keeping that long spine, rising all the way to the top of our mat. Slowly making our way with that royal walk, connected pelvis, connected spine. We're going to do a little extra now to open up the side, strengthening that side. Big breath in, the arms come up, hands come to heart center. Finding that planted connection in the left leg, bringing that right knee towards the chest, and you could toe tap if you're working on your balance. Right knee up, flexing that foot, stepping back with that right foot, opening to the right side of your mat. Keep pushing into the heel of those hands. We're going to lean towards our right side, lengthening that left leg, pushing back in the seat. That right knee is over the right ankle. See if you can bring the hands down, and again you could have bricks underneath the hands to give you that space for your body to allow you to keep the spine long. And again, for a little bit of a bonus, we're going to keep making space and strengthen the shoulders. So left hand down, right elbow towards the sky. So the right hand's towards the armpit. Right hand down, left elbow towards the sky. Both hands will come down. Walk the hands back to the center. And then thinking long spine, you can bend the knees if needed and rise all the way up. Pivoting those feet towards the front of the mat. Step that right foot forward. We're going to try that on the other side. Remembering that the body is different on each side, so the balance may be different on each side. So we can take that big breath in. Arms come up, hands come to heart center. Rooting down through that right leg. Then lifting that left heel. Maybe you're toe tapping. Maybe that left knee is coming towards the center. Flexing that left foot. Stepping back with that left foot, pivoting to the left side of the mat. Big breath in here. Big breath out, leaning into the left leg this time. So that right leg is long, keeping the spine long, seeing if the hands can come down to either a brick or maybe to the floor, whichever we're doing with a long spine. Thinking about pushing back through that left hip. The right hand stays down. See if you can bring the left elbow up to the sky, or maybe the left arm can come up to the sky. Keep the gaze down. We want to keep that core active. Left hand down, right elbow up to the sky. See if the right arm can reach to the sky. Again, keeping the gaze down. Keep thinking about pushing back through that left hip. Right hand down. Walking the hands closer to the center line. Extend the legs if you can. Hands come to heart center, rising up. Big breath in, pivoting those feet towards the top of the mat. Step that left foot in. Nice, take that moment there. Standing tall with that connection, palms facing the front. Big breath in, big breath out. Space and strength through those shoulders, through the hips, most importantly. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that flow today. If you did, then please hit the bell to subscribe so that you're notified of new flows as they come up during the week. Please like, comment below, let me know what you thought so I can keep bringing you what it is that you need on your yoga journey. Have a brilliant day. Thanks so much for being with me.